I figured out how to wash my hair with the hot water in the shower. Flip my hair with the salon sentence and wash the bags. I was saying, I mostly arrived. My family version was retarded. I quiero see the rapist murderer, please. After the circumferencia, me trying to rape me, so they steal my money. And they get it. And that's why I don't have electricity in my apartment at the moment. I realized like things. Okay. So see, you can have that penalty. But mostly everyone in my family working with this. So I just flip my hair and then wash the towards the direction of the faucet. It's all getting my neck and my back wet immediately. I tend to just get a towel wet and scrub my neck and my back with the wet towel. Sometimes I add soap to it and then rinse it off with another towel that doesn't have soap on it. Anyways, what else? What else? What else? I can definitely end this post. You can decapitate everyone that steals from me. That gets in the way of me receiving money. That steals my vehicle, to steal my homes. It's June something. 15th, maybe 16th. I haven't checked the calendar today. On my way to Carver Library. There's no electricity in my apartment. So I'll be doing the ha 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 of the people. That's that I've been laughing for more than 5 years because they don't know how to gauge intelligence. So they think that I'm gonna show up to talk to them with every ordeal as hard as my life gets. They think that I'm gonna show up to talk to them. They're the people overall, they're so disgusting. They don't understand when they're being ignored on purpose, which has been me for my entire life. For the most part, it's sad because then one tends to ignore one or two people that one doesn't even remember their names. That one's good for one, that is cash only, and wouldn't have let me starve or suffer a day, not only for my sanity, but his or her sanity too, and for the sanity of the planet and the well being of all. Amen. What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyways, my phone is turning off soon. These are so cute. I like admiring these. They're so cute. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I miss dinner. I miss money. Anyways, who's giving me money today? You can give me money in person through PayPal. It's Air Blue Sky Designs Co. And lo que estoy pensando, straight to my heart. Arlene Lorenzo Art, Shop INTY. I am third. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/f/ Arlene Lorenzo. So let's talk about these events. I would have gone with black or the same as the home structure or that beautiful blue. Take it through all the fences. What else? What else? What else? What else? Some people, side note to this specific structure, some people make the effort of picking a beautiful piece of a home and then they head over to Home Depot and they're like, this fence. What else? Otherwise, it's really pretty. Even the white, those, what is it, like aluminum white fence? would go pretty well too. That would be cute. My phone is turning off soon. Heading over to the backyard to try. Those girls look pretty. Anyways, I'll be at the library if I don't receive any money. Also, until around 6, doing of the people. And again, don't receive money. Yeah, that thing that I'm gonna spend my time talking to them after they call Satan can only to be separated from me. Yeah, those people that I grew up with were lazy and wasters on those birds. I witnessed seconds ago. Two good mothers that about their kids. What else? 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 Así te cuento cómo te robó tu dinero y te viola tu marido o te viola tu esposa. Ew. And they think that because we laugh that it's the funniest situation. They're stupid. Ew, ew, ew. Mostly everyone about the Puerto Rico is so gross. I'm gonna visit Olaha's next month. What will I wear? What? What else? What else? What else? What else? Maybe mango. I haven't been to mango here in La Cantera just yet. What else is gifting me money today? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. Chocolate messenger when I'm in Puerto Rico. I like the one in near the Walgreens. That location. No, I never have a chocolate party. But I came back busy. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I miss money. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Also, those people that steal from one, they're like, there's no video of her taking her kid to a playground. She's gonna let us rape her. And then one says, look at all the videos that I have of my kids on the playground that I don't post. Okay, kids are playing this. So like, Legoland, I love that structure. That one gets one. It's so much fun. I went in once and that bucket, sadly, I'm thinking we're walking fast. And the entire bucket dumped on me. Like, yes. Saw the best president got there at Legoland. What else? What happened to the table? What? More. Oh, I read this. I want to read this. What else? What is big belly? What else? There's that about dogs. Might be useful when they have a boyfriend that speaks dogs or no. What? I think I read this article too online. Like, I follow her on Instagram possibly. So I want to see if the government thinks the one has already read the book. What else? 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 Those people that I grew up around, They steal from one and they get in the way of nursing one because they're like, she has a job. She's like, so people are gonna think that she's like, huh? They don't understand that the United Nations, the FBI, is an umbrella that covers everyone. They don't want to accept that. They're so gross. They're so. And then there's the type of people that people start saying, hopefully, they get violently raped. If the FBI ever were to go, I don't know if FBI is not going. Oh, it's like attention. Read it already. What else am I doing? Anyways, there's some of the men that I met in my childhood and got me 30 years upset and seeing how does it have to do that her siblings and her primas are rapists with her forgetting that I exist. To me, they just have bad taste in people if that's what they're entertaining. What else? 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 I'd rather be alone. Gorgeous. What else? 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 I'm bored. Just 15 minutes. What else? Yoga doesn't want to die of cancer. You're gonna accommodate everyone in my family more than that steals from me. That gets in the way of receiving money that steals my vehicles. Sounds like her say she most likely wanted to kill those people that steal from her. And one day after she moved with me, but she was so around. It's like hundreds of people. So she said, I'll rest. I'll have babies. I'll keep my eye out for if I make someone that isn't Indian because I'm polyamorous. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? But I didn't go on to take people seriously because mostly everyone in my family is a stalker, and anyone that they find out is my crush, they go on. I'm very respectful of people, so I don't go on to date people. No way that my family origins talk to me. And would wait till people sit down that I've got a huge PSA.
is this thing live? Anyways, I shared this on Facebook again. It's worth sharing again. I'm just going to this right. How many boys that are like already by the age of 6? What else? 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 Oh, it's supposed to be this. I plan to keep it. What is it? Positive-ish. I mean, I'm victim of them, so I have to ask people to give me money. You can decapitate him for bonita que una puerca asquerosa. She's an illegal prostitute. I wish I could just hide that picture. She steals my money, stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, gets in the way of receiving money. She rapes my crushes. She's after whoever I date to try to rape them. They're disgusting. You can decapitate Maria Luisa Rosa, que es una cuero asquerosa. Es una basura. Ew, ew. She's an illegal prostitute that steals from me, stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, that gets in the way of receiving money. By 1999, I had at least 4 BMWs that I didn't get to drive, and these asquerosidades drove them as part of a package of raping my crushes. My crushes aren't men, they're disgusting, so they're not worth pursuing. They steal my personal property from me. And then they go on giving my vehicles to anyone that will suck their dick. They're the poor, they're so gross. Ito nene. Dame un asco, son una basura. Yeah, I'm siguiendo that canal de Is this live still? Yep. Anyways, what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I missed it. I missed it. No name. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I didn't get to sleep yesterday. The internet wasn't working. I'm gonna shop for myself today. What else? 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 Anyways, let's gifting me money. Let's gifting me money. I miss my apartment being this clean. I want a Mary maid, Molly maid, elite maid next door up person that to clean my apartment ASAP, and I want electricity in my apartment ASAP. Have you heard those wishful thinkers that are men or women? They're disgusting. Yeah, they don't never. Oh, they're worse than animals. People said decades ago. They're disgusting. What else? 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 So my apartment is really dirty. And these girls just go on to tell people don't give her money. YouTube will delete all her videos from when she showed that she had electricity in her apartment. Or Facebook, ya verán. Van a borrar todas las fotos esas donde ella demuestra que tiene electricidad en su apartamento, and we won't go to jail, guys, for stealing from Arlene. That's how they speak still? They're just wishful thinkers. No, those are my second cousins that don't go anywhere far as just being pretty. They're deplorable. Ew. Anyways, I have fees. I realized like guys that I need to pay for. So, I even have shampoo and conditioner to put. And I wash one of my sheets that cover my bed. Who's gifting me money today? These Oscars contacting the FBI in this post and Interpol Steal from me, get in the way of receiving money, steal my homes and my personal vehicles. Very gross. Trying to put me on a wheelchair for people to bathe me, for him to gratify himself sexually. He's an animal. He doesn't have a sex life. He is disgusting. He's been raping for more than 30 years. He stole my money to date him decades ago, and then continued visiting me in my bedroom, in my parents' home, raping me so gross, and bragging about the dates that he was going on with other people while stealing my money. Es un puerco basura asquerosidad. He asked my mother to starve me, for him to rape me. Es un asco, es basura. I don't ever want him near me. What else? What else? What else? He's also trying to traffic me into my parents' home for him to disrespect my dad now that he's killed Gloria and stuff. And rape me there. Ew, 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 ew. They're disgusting. I'm bored. I'm bored. Who's gifting money today? One person's watching, one has liked this post. Sunday my GoFundMe campaign to people that are in Instagram. They think that I'm gonna become an illegal prostitute just to pay for my electricity bill or just to get my kids back. They're so outdated in their abuse. I'm not even Latina poor. These people are disgusting. Ew, 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 ew. This is so pretty. What size is the blue? I want this piece. And I want to wear it alone and with denim. I possibly need an extra large because what is it? My body has been getting muscle. So I'm now I feel like a small gym instrument. Almost per night. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. Those are cute. So relatable. And that top as well. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I am bored. I like that one. What else? What else? What else? What else? And this one. This one. I don't know her size. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'd have to ask her. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. What else? What else? What else? I like this dress. That's pretty too. I wear that one out. It's a long dress, so I wear it out. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. Oh, this is relatable. That outfit. What else? What else? What else? What are those shoes? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. Who's gifting me money today? Who's gifting me money today? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. Oh, I like that dress. And this piece is pretty. This one can be. I'm getting this material-ish at Michael's. So cute in a die cutter. What else? What can we one add to the back? Let's talk to both my phones at the same time. What can I add that can make it less stiff? There's a spray tip that makes it less stiff. What else? There's the fabric too. There's paper, there's fabric. The last time that I saw was that fabric too. I've seen both. I'm thinking about the paper, but I've seen the fabric. I think I bought some. I had some. So did he grab my bits and pieces of ribbon and fabric that I had in storage and he made stuff with it? So did he cause my poverty, my homelessness, my starvation? And I put my belongings in storage thinking anytime people could give me money for me to pay for my belongings and get them out of storage into a new home for myself, taking money. Did he cause for me to not pay my storage unit belongings being in storage, and then he bought them at auction, and the fabric that I had there, he's like, I made a dress for myself, look at how pretty it is. Huh? Is this a nobody that I met at an orgy when I was like 1 years old, 1, 2, 3 years old, 5 at the least, full? And as soon as I was in school and they bullied me, I'm like, they have no potential with me ever. I don't want them in my life. I don't want them in my life ever. They're disgusting. They don't obey the law. They think they're above everyone else. They just want to save the doctor that gives them cough medicine and then kill everyone. They're disgusting. Ew, 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 son unos puercos, una basura. Una asquerosidad. Y él se cree que I'm so attached to my fabric and my notions and my ribbons that I'm gonna be like, no, dude, did you steal from me? What did you do with it? They live for one asking, like, what did you do with my stuff? And be like, well, with this fabric, I made myself a dress. With these ribbons, I made the illegal prostitute that pretends to be you a bow. Made some shoes with this fabric too. Is this a stalker? Una basura. Happens to be my second cousin. Pero un asco. Blech. People call him asco in Puerto Rico. Es un puerco. What else? It's glitter canvas. I mean, this I wouldn't order necessarily from these people, but where did it go? What else? One can die cut it and create cute pasties. What else? What else? I'm bored. Anyways, I'm not in the mood to live the whole day. Looking for fabric like this that I would use for pasties. What else? Oh, I'm bored. Who's gifting me money today? What else? I like this purse. What else? Anyways, who's gifting me money? I'm going to shop today. And I don't have money to shop. What else? You can decapitate me. How many sons that rape me, that steal my money, that get in the way of receiving money, that steal my homes, that steal my vehicles. You can decapitate everyone that stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, and gets in the way of receiving money. It's June 15, 2025. I'm tagging the FBI in this post. NATO, Interpol, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. This is the the Justice Department, the United States, the International Criminal Court, maybe the U.S. Army, maybe the U.S. Marines. I'm seeking the death penalty for hundreds of people in my family or origin alone, possibly thousands, based on like the people that they've introduced to me, that they say they steal from me and get in the way of receiving money. They're deplorable. They're so gross. They're basura. Ew, 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 ew. What else? What else? What else? What else? In the meantime, I want to order food for myself today to have it delivered here at the library from Uber Eats. These people use the excuse that someone could poison my food trying to starve me. So they're like, no, you know how King Charles has security and he's not ordering food because he could be poisoned with it, or Harry. Arlene can't have food delivered through Uber. She might get poisoned. We need to protect our queen. And let's go. I've ordered food from Uber already. I'm a regular person just like everyone else. They try to play kings and queens just to steal from one and rape one and get fame. They're disgusting. Ugh, I don't mix in reality with fake. What else? 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 Who's gifting me money today? Who's gifting me money today? I said money. Forecast for my period and for West Pass for next month. Porque quiero ir a ver el Friday. A Guadalupe Shrine Church. I don't have money for food, guys. I don't have money for food. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I ordered food for myself. Haven't delivered here to Carver Library. I feel so good. I have not washed my hair like this in months. There hasn't been hot water in my apartment for more than 2 months since March. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez on his sons that rape me, that steal my money, that get in the way of receiving money, that steal my homes, that steal my vehicles. They're trying for me to get cancer. They're bigots. They're so gross. Blech, they're disgusting. Ellos se invitan a la vida de una. Ay, Arlene, I didn't date you because I didn't have a pair of grandparents while growing up, and you wouldn't invite me to Sunday dinners. Es basura. Él se cree que yo me voy a matar por eso. That's why he does that. He thinks he occupies space in my head, that he does it and that I care about him. So they go on rejecting one when one doesn't even think about them. They're like, sorry, casé. I'm like, and like if he hadn't said sorry, I would be like, congratulations for that wedding. It's my relative, for real. They're disgusting. They try for one to kill himself with their sorry. Me casé. Anyways, I've been sending my GoFundMe coming to people. What else already today? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I am bored. You can decapitate everyone that stays in my homes without my permission. You can decapitate everyone that has caused Ada and Kehlani to be separated from me. You can decapitate everyone that steals my money. You can decapitate everyone that steals my vehicles. You can decapitate everyone that stays in my homes without my permission. What else? What else? What else? What else? What am I in the mood for? Burger already, not quite, but that would be so good for later. And I possibly end up ordering from Five Guys a veggie sandwich. Breakfast. So well, this my most recent purchase with Uber Eats. That was very lovely. I may have asked for mashed potatoes, or I have two screens open. Is the rice, but the rice tasted really good from Stoneworks. I sometimes feel like I need to be comfy, homely, and order mashed potatoes and something. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I am bored. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I am bored. Red snapper, green beans. Oh, see, I ordered the whipped potatoes and I have pictures that they sent with rice. What else? What else? What else? What else? That's hilarious. However, the rice was very good. And dessert was so good. It had ice cream. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? You can accommodate everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money and saying she can't be ordering from Uber. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I need a new picture. What are my most recent buys? I took. Oh, that was to the hospital. Yes. Though very much appreciated that such service exists. What else? 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 I'm bored. So lovely. What is 4900 Broadway Street? Can't remember. You can decapitate me. I mean, sorry, it's the sons that rape me, that steal my money, that get in the way of receiving money, that steal my vehicles and steal my homes, trying to make me a permanent guest at a homeless shelter so I can't have sex or I can't have visitors ever. They're deplorable. They think they're the hot guy on Tinder. They're rapists. They're murderers. They're thieves. They have been stealing from me for more than 30 years, so I can't date while he goes puts his penis wherever he wants. He's raping at a speed that is hilarious that he's still alive. What else? What else? What else? Doesn't one of them have or had AIDS? I heard that can say. What else? What else? What else? What else? No, check the menu. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I missed it. I missed it. What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyways, I want to visit First Watch today and Trader Joe's and our H&E's. You can decapitate and then one of it if it stays in my home, so don't make permission, steals my money. gets in the way of me receiving money, pays people illegally to pretend to be me. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. This is what I order. It's no me digas que no. Toca tu mano, tengo en el fuego tu bandidas. I miss cooking for myself. That's to 2.5 cups of water. I added most likely a roasted potato, if not like 2 or 3 small red potatoes. Sazon goja, adobo goja, salt, broccoli, onion, garlic, most likely, and cilantro. I let that simmer for about 30 minutes, and then specifically to this one, I added Gouda cheese sliced from the deli from HEB. Not this one though, the one that comes pre-sliced. This so good. I've sometimes added what is it? The dark cheese. This was a good meal too. I haven't seen that salmon salad in a while. I want to eat that first watch. This was from Grimaldi's. It's and what's this? At Starbucks. You can decapitate me how many students and sons that rape me, that steal my money, that get in the way of your same money, that steal my vehicles, that steal my homes. Do those leeches say, el esposo tiene que aprobar si ella come en Starbucks para que yo me muera? They're deplorable. They're so gross. They think they're it girls. Y lo que sale de esa boca mierda, como hablan. They're human rights violators. They're so gross. And then they want to be like, no, it's that we're so old school, so fancy, so proper, so shit, what they are. I'm seeking the death penalty for those people too. They're disgusting. Son una basura, una asquerosidad. I don't ever want them near me. In the meantime, I want to get back to stitching. So talented. Amazing. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? And I want to cook for myself. Who's gifting me money today? I missed it. I was getting money. This was a lovely dish. Just so good. It was aging a while ago. I want to shop for Jaden today. So cute. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Who's gifting me money today? Oh, these are lovely. Take all these pictures. This was at Central Market. This was, oh, I could create a Pinterest account with, just to keep it simple, with pictures of meals that I eat. Where was this at? The Madeleine was like, was it? Where was that? Oh, if I saw this maybe? No, where did I have that? I can't remember where it was. What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, Starbucks chips. What else? What else? What else? What else? I may do that. Create a Pinterest account with what I eat. Oh, I want to shop at Europe again. Who's gifting me money today? Who's gifting me money today? And I shopped Vanity Fair with Bad Bunny on the cover. It was so much fun. Such a great read. For real. Has he been on the cover since then? So fun. What else? What else? What else? What else? I want to shopping out today. Who's gifting me money? I miss these two and shopping for them. What else? What else? What else? Who's gifting me money today? There's Dunkin' Donuts downtown now. In San Antonio. At the Trumps building. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I missed the writer. What else? What else? What else? So lovely, wherever that was too. What else? What else? What else? What else? They're more scared than. But that happens sometimes with riders too. People get scared putting people in their cars. I tried it just once just to see what it felt like. And I drove someone from near North Park Mall to some homes nearby. He's like, I can see her meeting some friends, and then we're heading out to eat. I'm like, cool. So I'm like, yeah. Porque I'm a victim of a lot of abuse and theft. So I'm like, I need to stay strong. What situation can I put myself in? I said that I think it was 2019. Or that I can feel like I'm at risk of getting hurt, but I won't get hurt. So I'm like, I'm just gonna do Uber, pick up someone, literally just one person ever. I haven't ever done the ride share thing for anywhere else. I stood near the North Park Mall. I think I was shopping there. I wanted to shop there. And I picked up the person and took it over to some homes nearby. And then the guy said, I'm just here meeting some friends, and then I'm leaving with them. What else? What else? What else? Porque homeless shelter was very terrifying. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So I'm like, okay, there was a stranger in my vehicle. Worst case scenario that I have to head over to a homeless shelter due to abuse and theft towards me. I can get into close proximity to people without getting close. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. Who's gifting me money today? I haven't eaten today. What else? What else? What else? What else? I don't have any money. Who's gifting me money today? What else? What else? What else? What else? I miss having a vehicle. What else? 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 You can decapitate anyone that lies and says that this stalker is my husband and says he has to approve her having a car or not. We won't ever get to that of should I drive a vehicle or not in this relationship, or am I just gonna have everything delivered or get a taxi ride or rent a vehicle just one day out of the month or take the train or the bus. Let's go. Those people I grew up around by like some sort of. Mr. Aaron is gonna be. Let's get the morning. Also, he's been driving my Corolla in Puerto Rico, faking that he's my husband. He's just a stalker. I haven't talked to him ever. Ever. He stole my vehicle and then he drives it. I've heard they do that. And then they drive it with such pride. They're like, here, I stole her vehicle. Look at me. They think that one is criminally attached to one's property, the one chases it. So he may have stolen my vehicle, thinking that I was something and he will rape me. They go to great lengths to try to kill one and try to rape one. They're disgusting, like great embarrassing lengths. Like he isn't a man and all men are laughing at him, but they don't post it because I wouldn't allow that either. And men don't do that. It's just natural to laugh at them. I mean, like, wow, it's not a man. What else? What else? What else? La prostituta ilegal lo escucha. Cuando dice me da miedo la oscuridad. la prostituta y le lo escuchamos. That's why they can't be with a woman like me. They don't want to. I don't want that. I don't like miserable people. Anyways, back to breakfast. What are the options? Did he want to tell me that that snapper dish was too expensive? That if I had just split it and just bought the mashed potatoes, I would have survived. And then his girlfriend could have gotten the red snapper dish. He's trying to do ration control that doesn't need to be done because there's food for everyone. It's so embarrassing. They take thought provoking to, oh, well, then it's doomsday today. Is that embarrassing? They're so wrong. Lágrimas de amor, húmedas sin consuelo. Lágrimas de dolor. Oh no, oh fuck. And I wasn't planning on blaming people today on Facebook. Pero what if this is in trial? That I need to be present. Lágrimas de dolor, soledad sin consuelo. Lágrimas de dolor. This is fresh from the boat. No? What else? What else? What else? Is that my new GoFundMe campaign? Oh no. Este tipo es un cuero asqueroso. He gets in the way of one receiving money. He gets in the way of one eating. ¿Qué basura? Ew. He's a food blogger. Have you heard of a cock blocker? One can be at a party y uno de ellos se pone a mirar a la gente que no toma. After eating too is trying to condition people to not eat. Para que se mueran. It's disgusting. He's the worst guest at a dinner party, worst guest at an orgy. Blech, like for real. Anyways, my hair feels so My hair feels so good. Sorry about it, just if I bring my hot water, so it's tedious to wash my hair. So I've just been like getting it wet a little bit, but today I flipped it and then had water all over my head. What else? He wants me to die of cancer. He's disgusting. Ew, it's disgusting. Worst relative too. That's the second cousin. Ugh. Ew. They're heresy. They're heresy. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Because of too influencing Jaden's health in no hospital visits shows that I take good care of him. Take care of healing side of myself. Oh, la piña está producing. And the state of the planet for those that struggle to get better. He knows that, so he beats me up financially so that I struggle when there's no one as poor as I am. Yeah, bruto. Those people are still eating ashes. Es culpa de él. If they're still eating ashes, he may not have caused that problem, pero he uses the excuse of basura. Yeah, there's people eating ashes. And él se cree que yo me tengo que convertir en un humanitarian that suffers, que está toda sucia. Es el tipo más puerco que hay en este planeta. Es lo peor, es un asco. Models talk about this all the time. He's trying to keep people down para violarlo or take advantage of them. He is disgusting. And these people thrive at a speed that I pinpointed in Aguada, Puerto Rico. I'm like, specifically, I've been told, and some have been told by your relatives, that these people need our help so badly, some of them, because they're remaining behind in education, sadly. And then there's these people that take advantage of one, saying, well, that's the people that I can rape, and try to put guns in them. They're disgusting. They're so gross. A esto no se le puede dar confidential data that is public, porque it turns them around. People were laughing at them like, nene, esto no es like top secret. Deja que el internet exista para toda la gente y los artículos estén publicados. Aquí no hay nada que se te esté diciendo like top secret. Wow. That's when I began to live with Data and Kehlani. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? ¿Qué pasó? I wasn't gonna blame anyone or steal from me. No posting on Facebook today. But I keep seeing possibles. Then I'm just gonna share. Like I'm seeking the penalty for thousands of people that steal from me, that get in the way of me receiving money, that want to make me feel less than. They're so disgusting. You can decapitate Pilar Color, ya paren, hijos y todo. Trying to be like, but I'm a better mom than you. My kids today have everything that they need. What else? 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 I'm bored. I miss teaching. I miss being mommy. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I ordered food for myself today. Yeah. Yeah, so Richie, my mom left it on Thursday. Oh, I don't listen to her. She's just a bore and old. That's what they do. And they steal one's money to date them that particular day, and then says, I'll just gift it to la que la está tratando de matar. Dale, Pilar. Let's head over to the beach today. Esa tipa una puerca, cuero. Fo, 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 fo. Puerco, cuero, rosa, abrazo, rosa, cuero. Blech. ¿Cómo que have I not made an effort to help myself que ella quiere violarme? Or que I give up my kids? Dan un asco esta gente. They're deplorable. Blech. Matan por pena y vagina. Y son la gente tan puerca, una asquerosidad. They think that I don't remember their old ways just because I don't talk to them specifically. I don't want them in my life ever, so why would I talk to them? Ew, 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 Rosaura Soto Rosa se hace pasar por novia de David Ledesma. Waiting for people's nudes and vagina pictures and lingerie pictures. They're so gross. Ew, ew, ew. They think that one doesn't remember that. Ew, they think that one needs to be talking to them, but that would make one a hostage of them. For them to respect one, you get respect one, then they just become scared. Es cuerosa tipa, las dos son una cuerosa. They kill for penis and vagina. They're so gross. Sneaking to that penalty for thousands of people. What a tan today. What is this song? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? More. She stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, gets in the way of me receiving money. Una cuero asquerosa puerca. What makes her think that she has a right to comment on my Facebook page about what I need to do with my life? These people accept a friend request of one or send one. They're so disgusting. Trying to fight privately if por ese pene y él se estaba masturbando. It's like, yeah, Rosa, love, Arlene. Así was getting his erection. Así de largo lo tiene. Así de gente como un full long. He wants to be like, mi pene llega como un full long de erección. Have you seen those along the subway? Él es tan asqueroso y tan exagerado y tan puerco. And this is what he advertises it as. What else? 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 Para que sepan, para que tenga idea, porque he wants me to advertise that for him. Parece. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate everyone that stays in my homes. Sí, porque this is help too. Thank you for putting it in writing, Pilar, con la cuero asquerosa basura. What else? 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 She's trying to traffic me into my parents' home for him to rape me there. They're disgusting. They're so gross. They're deplorable. I was dating, I was getting lonely. I just stay out of town, place, sweets. Today just for fun. This is such a good stay. And I want to watch TV. That would be like a good stay for watching TV. I don't mind the location of the TV. Towards the side, I can always lay on the bed, but however I want. What else? What else? What else? What else? I miss data. I miss giving. What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyways, I want to get back to Aguada, Puerto Rico next month. Who's gifting me money today? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Who's gifting me money today? You can decapitate Liam Baker. I didn't want to see him again. You can decapitate Richie Hill that raped me in 2023. I didn't want to see him again. They traffic one into poverty to be like, now I match now a man and she ain't a woman because she ain't have money. Huh? Kill them already. Ew. I want to tan and I want to take pictures of myself. This was an outing. So fun. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, I love it. Kick on like that my Instagram stories. So cute. I want to dance the garden next week. I miss this kid reading next to me. So cute. I haven't hugged Kehlani since 2020. You can decapitate me. How many Suarez and the sons that rape me, that steal my money, that get in the way of me receiving money, that steal my homes, that steal my vehicles, so that I can't parent Jaden, so I can't parent Kehlani. They're disgusting. Ew, 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 ew. In the meantime, sending my GoFundMe campaign to people through Instagram. Oh, there is a email address. So he thought that people were gonna be like, well, Andrew, I'm with you. Arlene no sirve porque Mari le envía fotos en lingerie. What else? 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 Y Anthony Capizano, estoy de acuerdo contigo. Evelyn es la mejor porque Arlene no te envía fotos en lingerie. You can decapite Arlene Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapite Arlene Lorenzo Acevedo is trying to rape me. These people are disgusting. They're like, I want to see them bathe together. Yeah. He is a porn addict. Worse. Un cuero asqueroso. Ew, 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 ew. I'm bored. Let's give David money today. So he tried to have my bank account closed. Oh, that happens, I've heard. There was a charge for like $500 in my USA bank account that was fraudulent. And stressed me out. It was removed almost immediately. But it's trying possibly to have my bank account closed because my bank account got to a negative charge, and trying for me to not have a way for people to give me money. And then is he embarrassed because he's a nobody in my life. Anyways, and this is me to someone that matters in my life, my baby daddy. Like, here's my bank account number, to which he's sent me money already. Or I've sent him money through for a vehicle. He got me a Lexus a while ago. I'm like, I'll pay for it. So I used to send him the money from my bank account to his. And you possibly noticed though when I do transfers, that my bank account is very legit. Lord. There. I send money to Vickers through my bank account. What else? 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 So they're pastors, they're so girls, they're metiche. They want to know hasta los últimos cuatro números de la cuenta de banco de uno. Para jugarlo en el Pega 4, Pega 3. They're that nosy. Son una basura, una asquerosidad. They're stalkers, they're stalkers. What's this song? Why is there two Pandora station dogs open? Let's get them. I'm to clean my apartment. Oh, it's infested with roaches. These people are trying to kill me. They're so not shy all day either. Yeah, they're the worst. Anyways, I went on to Cambodia because as a 3-year-old, she initiated me in sex overnight with a guy and didn't listen to me that I didn't want a companion there. And the companion took us hostage. They seek revenge. They don't say like, "Oh, she made a mistake and this is how it can be fixed." They want to kill their son. They don't know how to get rid of the companion porque they're porn addicts and they're sex addicts. So they're viciados con la vagina de ella. Además, le enviciado, le así, asqueroso que matan por ella. Eso no es amor, eso no es respeto. No hay que matar por alguien. Ella es una poder asquerosa. She thinks she's powerful. She's a terrorist. She's so good. Es una bruta, no entiende ningún concepto. No sabe lo que es ser mujer, no sabe el hombre, no sabe lo que es ningún concepto, no entiende el matrimonio, no entiende eso. Es basura, sometimes. Ew, they steal from me and they didn't know what we were saying when they saw this. They had no. To me, that was a mistake that Gloria made, and she corrected later. She's like, "You can't be around Arlene. Arlene doesn't like you that way." What else? 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 They don't got it. She was respecting my wishes. I never seen them yet. They're not men. A 3-year-old. I noticed that they like maturity sorrows. So, I don't know. We're gonna get breakfast for myself. Do I want this or no? Maybe I want a biscuit. I want food delivered. Yeah. I just burped. Oh, I like this. It's so good. I wonder if I can get a breakfast one on the hard taco shell. Are the breakfast tacos ever? I love this quesadilla. I get the dog one. And the sirloin one is really good. It's breakfast supper. I didn't miss that. Avocado salsa. Some of these people want to kill me because they're like, you don't make the effort to date because your family of origin stalks people and they still fuck around with us, stalking us. Then they a veces se enfocan like people that are on TV, people that are on the radio. They're like, estará con Nicky Jam entonces. Estará con bizcocho, estará con este, estará con esta. Dame un asco. No me puedo contener. No, did I click on something? Is there ham and egg? I don't want potatoes. Let me get ham and egg is good. I'm bored. So basically, he's watching, possibly two people are watching to have like this post. And he goes find someone and says, "Tú pagarías $5 por un taco just with ham and potato and egg." And he tries to sound smart as a restaurateur, blah, 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 and goes on to pick money that people gift him over a conversation that he's starting with my starvation. He's deplorable, he's so gross. I heard that's what they call starvation. Like to be like, this is important. And then they go on to talk as if they're smart, as if they've learned the restaurateur lingo. And they want to tell me tonight, like after I'm done at the library, they think that I'm going to confer with family or they'll be present. Or that these are my second cousins that are so gross. And they'll be like, oh my God, voy a abrir un restaurante de tacos en San Antonio. Nunca he visto. ¿Y cómo puedes comer? Eso es un asco. Mira con el pan con queso. Un viejo así. Ew, es puerco, cuero asqueroso. Una basura. Fo. I don't ever want that in. What's his dessert or breakfast? What else? I'm bored. So he trafficked me into starvation and poverty for what purpose? Thinking that I would talk to him? He's delusional. But I don't want him near me. I don't ever want to be in a conversation with Paul. I think I've had this one, the traditional Mexican salsa. It's not spicy. That one I think I tried. The salsa. One of them. It's good. I'm bored. What do I want? This sounds good for dessert. I've had the flan, so this may be good. Where's the water? What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate Munoz Guerrero, steals from me and steals from Jada and Kaylani. What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez, the sons that rape me, that steal my money, that get in the way of your money. That's all the food that I have right now. And like 20 something dollars of food stamps. Y él está en la gran manera con dinero que me robó. Hmm? Who? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I like Taco Palenque. Which location is this one that would deliver here? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Made in the lobby. Awesome day. These people are in it, chiquito. Él es un cuero asqueroso. Él me robó mi dinero y be as a queen so disrespectful for her to just order food for herself y no ofrecerle a la gente. Them is really cute and how generous he is. I witnessed that. Like literally, he'll go on if he has extra food and offers like everyone in the room. Like I'm here eating, do you all want to partake? But he may know those people and I don't. So that's my reaction. Like, ugh, what is going on here? Like, is he being just generous because he can, or he knows everyone in the room? And I kind of like know some people, but not like to that level where I would purposely go on to offer food to them. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. What is there to today? Just get to anyways, how much do I need for tacos? $28-ish. 14% tip. How much is that? That's 22. I really like this place. It's not bad. What else? What else? Anyways, in case you don't know what a Grand Marnier is, porque he wants to try to make it seem like Aguada es tercermundista, la gente es bruta. Él es el que es bruto. He wants to give manners classes. What else? It's what people said decades ago. I was saving money. I've eaten here this once. Not often, but I've heard that one of them works there or frequents it with money that he steals from me. I was cooking for myself this and I want a virgin piña colada. I'm bored. What else? What else? What else? Are they on Instagram? Oh, I think I already saw this. I'm seeking the death penalty for everyone that stays in my homes without my permission, everyone that steals my money, everyone that steals my vehicles. Seeking the death penalty for everyone that stays in my homes without my permission. I'm seeking the death penalty for everyone that steals my vehicles. I'm seeking the death penalty for everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money. It's June 15, 2025. Oh, esta gente se endiabla that one doesn't follow them. It's like that one makes it special when one attends it. It's not like dándose importancia tampoco. It's like it can't follow every place that I frequented. But for example, in Puerto Rico, there's some restaurants that get mad that one doesn't like them on social media. And then they're like, and she was here, took a picture, posted it, and isn't following me. Some of this I can't follow because I wish I could eat here like more frequent than I do. So that's another reason why I don't follow it. Psychologically speaking, it would hurt me to be seeing so much food that I like in an area that I won't get to it every day. This is show I follow because it's in Aguadilla, and I'm like, that's a little bit further away than Aguada. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. Not that anyone has asked me to explain that. What else? I was going to find my page. I was saying, so you did this. I guess that was that all. Where did it go? Anyways, I'm not jealous of what is that Taylor Swift's outfits. Like he thought he would get me to be. He steals my money so I don't have a wardrobe and then wants to mock me that Taylor Swift has outfits that I could have had today. Huh? They're disgusting. They're so gross. Ew. I guess that was it all. Aburrido. Ya me recuerdo de Chandel. You can decapitate Chandel Malave if he stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, drug me and rape me on purpose, drug me and had people rape me on purpose, pays people illegally to pretend to be me. Where is that? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Come on. I'm down bored. These people confirm they get angry. Their social media manager, if he's a killer or she is a killer, they're like, how can we sue her? She's sending her GoFundMe campaign is not fair to people that we follow. And we want her to die because we stay in her home without her permission. Vehicles. Y ahora Andrew está encojonado conmigo. Y me envió un mensaje de que por eso me dijo que la Marnier no se supone que tuviera en Instagram porque él lo iba a encontrar. Ew, they speak like that. Oh, they're disgusting. They're so gross. They're so asurada. I don't want them near me. Like, is it Albert that works there? What do I care? They go on saying to one sometimes, I have a job somewhere if you want to visit and see me and talk to me and ask me on a date. fucking cuero me roba mi dinero, gets in the way of me receiving money y se cree que yo voy a visitarlo. Dan un asco. Dan un asco. Where is this at? I missed money. You can decapitated run that stays in my homes without my permission. You can decapitated run that steals my vehicles. You can decapitated run that steals my money. You can decapitate everyone that gets in the way of nursing. That's on June 15th. Copy it. Try it one more time. Like for real, they made me waste my time for what? Ew. I missed it. Oh, chocolate banana. What else? And more. Who's gifting me money today? I was thinking. Who's gifting me money today? It's June 15, 2025. You can decapitate me. How many citizens? The sons that rape me. That's the only money that get in the way of receiving money. I think their names are Andrew, Alex, Leach, Masuro. El Anthony Capizano phone. I'm more. I want to receive money today. I'm a shop. What else? No, I never with my finger. What else? You can decapitate me. How many citizens sons that are trying to get me raped? They're trying to see me raped. They're trying to get me to marry the wrong guy just so that they can be happy. They're disgusting. So una basura. They spend so much energy doing the wrong thing. It's hilarious. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What's got to know? Any food? I'm bored. You're gonna have to say either minutes that it skills from me and dating Penoni. After they steal from one, they don't settle depth with one, and then they go on to move into new vagina, and then they're like, stop interrupting my rhythm. Es un asco. Ew. Que Gaby no quiere que yo hable contigo. Yo bruto pendejo asqueroso steals my money, steals from Jaden, steals from Kaylani. And then it is complaining that he's having sex with Gaby and doesn't want me to interrupt him. What else? 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 Da un asco. Fucking jodida irresponsable, maldita sea el diablo. What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate even having citizens, the sons that rape me, that steal my money, that get in the way of my money. So I'm airing my marriage problems on the internet. Don't asco son los cueros, they're stalkers, they're so gross. Ew. I don't ever want them near me. They're basura. I want barbecue later from a place from Uber Eats. Anyways, who's gifting me money? I want tacos from Taco Bell and delivered here. What else? What else? Is there barbecue as an option here? Let's get into this. No, that's good too. Notice. What else? What else? What else? Ahora él está, dale mano, vamos todos a viajar. Porque él no sabe que es okay to not have any friends. Y él le tiene miedo a la oscuridad. So me roba mi dinero to be like, dale, there's a feature on Target where people can all shop together as friends. And people are like, well, if you're going to pay for that shopping trip. And they take advantage of him. Porque he's like, I'm here with my friends shopping. And people are saying, ese nene tiene miedo de estar en la oscuridad. Porque those aren't his friends. Or people worthy of that shopping trip. Plus, that's money that he steals for that shopping trip. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? No, it's that good to go. I know nothing about them. I want barbecue. Where does one select? Oh, it's for later. I'm bored. I'm bored. That's insane. That song that I thought of is on Pandora, and I type it as the station. That's hilarious. I never brag to anyone about it. There's nothing to brag about it, but that's hilarious that I am like right there with Prometo Olvidarte. That's hilarious that I'm possibly in Pandora. And I love that ability to just search by the song style or by an artist or album. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. Oh, I think I'll enjoy this better right now. There's one radio. Radio. Yeah. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. For later, I want barbecue. I want meat. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? From La Papa next month. He's gifting me money. This place is so good. I took Jade and Kenlani there, and I bought them the smoked chicken that they have. What else? What else? What else? They usually eat. That's hilarious. Do they go on metiéndose en lo que no le importa y comentando de mi foto? And be like, so those kids are vegetarian? They eat chicken like that? That's because it was a really good chicken place. Porque my kids I miss on sandwiches, possibly before the grilled cheese, or I used to alternate. It would be the grilled cheese and the baked potato. And I don't think it's on the kids' menu. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I think it was a girl that had that picture of Pinot and Jada eating there. There's so much that bubble from here. What else? What else? I've ordered this for them. I've ordered this. But they also have baked potatoes. That makes it kid friendly. What was it? The beach? Oh, they're there. Okay, I was looking for baked potato, no papa salad. This on the plain or the broccoli and cheddar. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I need money for food. Esa. Y con el que no puedo contar. Ever. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. This chicken is so good. The juca is good. I think I've tried it. Quizás soy esa que quizás. What else? I'm bored. Quizás. I haven't taken Jake to the beach since 2019. What else? What else? What else? Quizás suerte se quedó vivir. Quizás. What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, this is what I'd like to get to. What other options I have? There are a picture. I want to eat there next month. It's gifting me money today. Here are my bank account numbers. Or my checking account. I don't need to have a conversation and get raped or bullied over to be like, yeah, that's my legit account number. In the meantime, there, I can always confirm something. I don't have to, but I can always confirm something. That this is my legit bank account. I've made transfers to Edgar, my only significant other that I've had. And that was for a vehicle, and I even have like the statements. What else do I want to show here? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I missed it. I missed money. I missed it. I missed money. What else? What else? What else? What else? Statement. Prove to myself that I'm right. Meaning, por mí se pueden matar si quieren. I'm not gonna show up to have a conversation to prove something that I don't need to, just to get sexually harassed by those asquerosidades that have raped me already and that are relatives of my parents. Full. What else? 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 Anyways, I transferred 700 to Edgar's account for Alexa's art payment. I quit working Nordstrom right after this. I was exhausted without money for self-care. What else? What else? What else? There. What else? What else? What else is gifting me money today? I wonder what I'll do on my birthday. June 19, 1980. Oh. Wow, that was me stressed out. And they keep stealing from one and getting in the way of one receiving money to see one die. They're disgusting. They're deplorable. They're basura, una asquerosidad. Ew, 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 ew. Entonces, esto es lo que él se enfoca. Ella le enseña eso y dice, Andrew, mira esto, Arlene no limpia el carro. ¿Desde hace cuánto? Fuck me. Y dice, ahí voy, ponte el lingerie. Dan un asco. They're deplorable. They're so disgusting. I'm never talking to these people ever again. Seraphine warned her decades ago, make an effort to get to know Arlene as a sister. Arlene's just gonna get her baby that you steal from her and then you bully her and then never talk to you ever again. And it's not like on purpose. It's not even good to give her credit. It's just natural. That's the for me that gets away with money. That gets laid with this type of content. Iba, chicas, Sonia, tu primo me la quiere mamar hoy. Mira, and they go like, ew, go away, Madeline. Oh, my cousins didn't like that. Actually, no. Yeah. I hate Sonia. I don't want her. Why don't you take yourself to a bar and meet people naturally? What else? They want to be like, we're just dating. We all know each other. Where can I sit that I can plug in my phone without stressing? There's a bench here. That was parked. There's a table here. There's my computer.